Hey, what's going on, guys? Chan Trades, otherwise known as Luke. I had another frustrating day today. So today I did make money. I made $222. As you can see over here, we have made a total of $821 so far on the funded. We got to get to 1,500 for the funded to come out of um, its its funded evaluation phase, and then obviously like the sin phase. So we have a lot of fun stuff in the future. But I took two trades today, both on NQ. I just kind of want to quickly go over what I took, what I saw, that type of deal. Um, my execution was again bad. As I don't know if you guys saw the video from yesterday. I'd go check it out. Link down below. Execution bad, trade really good, and that was kind of similar to today. Going into today, on the let's go on the 4 hours. So on the super high time frame. We were looking pretty much bullish just straight out of like right at market open. Oh my gosh, excuse me, hold on. Oh my gosh, okay, yeah. So look, so Tuesday here. Let's see where we're at right here. So yeah, this was market open. Pretty much right here, we come and put in a smaller or a lower high for the overall trend, but we do break structure technically. I don't know. I consider this pretty bullish price action. We were also at 79% fib on the 1 hour for the trend right before come in. We're looking also super bullish, and then right at market open, we had PPI inflation data. Let me start. We got this sell off right at the start of New York market open, which is this yellow part right here. This is a news candle PPI data, and we basically go into market open with both indexes performing relatively the same, but we did end up sweeping London lows in pre-market. So what do I already know? So London lows have been sweeps. We have bearish data, but we also had oil inventories that came out at 8:30. That's just how much oil is in the world. Super oil inventory. Super simple. If I could talk. Anyways, so I had bearish news. I did also have a bearish setup, so I really wanted to take a short, and that's what I got pretty much right at market open. So right at market open. We break 5-minute structure with this candle. We also inverse this 5-minute. So we inverse this 5-minute for value. Yeah, break 5-minute structure. So order flow changes bearish right at market open. On ES, exact same thing happens. On ES, we went all the way down to Asian session lows. On NQ, we're just kind of hanging out at pre-market lows. So kind of going into this trade. So we had a 5-minute change in order flow, and then we come up into this gap after we had the 5-minute change in order flow, which is the market open candles, which is all these candles right here. We come back up into this John, and we break structure by inversing this fair value gap right here. So there's a bearish fair value gap. So we change order flow on the 1 minute. We inverse it. And we go into this 5-minute fair value gap. And then from there, we change it yet again with the break of structure right here and inverse fair value gap. What this tells me is we had a 5-minute change of confluence. All right. Or sorry, 5-minute change. We had a 5-minute change of how order flow is flowing. We got a 5-minute change of order flow into a 5-minute confluence, which is this bearish fair value gap. And we got a 1-minute change in order flow out of it. That's basically my strategy. So what I do, I entered, and right away, price just starts ripping down. And this would have been a really good trade. I think I was in profit at least 500. I think the total profit was about 650. This has been a really good trade for the account, but that obviously didn't go fully in the way that I would have liked, and that is on me. Price, especially at all-time highs, it moves really weird. Like typically, price is just wanting to just take out all time highs or take out higher highs, right? It wants to keep trending up. So taking shorts right now is kind of, I don't know. I haven't taken a whole lot of shorts. In addition to that, ES already took out this low, and SMTs are a big thing, which is basically like if one index does something, the other one is like already basically done it. It doesn't have to do it necessarily. That's the easiest way to put it. So we already took out this low on ES, so we didn't technically have to take out this low. However, I did feel really strongly about this move. I did feel really strongly about taking out this low, and it just didn't happen. And I think in the future, something that I want to do if I am risky like that, targeting a low given the conditions I just outlined, maybe. And I've actually thought about this with different trades as well, but instead of just targeting the low, potentially targeting Fibonacci for the move, which would be at the start right here. So potentially targeting this 79% extension level, because that is the level where price is going to show some sort of bearish manipulation. That's the level where price will reverse off of typically, or the low. But anyways, that's just a thought. So after that, sucked. I exited early. I was in profit a little bit, and I lied. These are the two trades that I want to show, but I did take another one, essentially trying to long ES, where I lost that money. It was this trade right here, longed it off of here, stop here, take profit here. This was the trade, and I got stopped out. So at this point, I'm negative in profit for the day I was negative like $100. It was like 150, something like that. So then this was the really dumb trade. We're gonna go over it. This is not a great trade by any means. So we come down here, we get a change in order flow with this 5-minute candle right here. We also create a 5-minute fair value gap. Price comes into the 5-minute fair value gap. We respect this 5-minute fair value gap whenever we get in here twice. This first time I was still waiting for the 5-minute candle to close, because essentially the 5-minute candle closed bearish on, yes, let me show you that real quick. Sorry, I'm not trying to get all confusing. So anyways, at the time I was looking for for a long. ES broke 5-minute structure into this fair value gap. So I was waiting to see if NQ would do the same thing, which we didn't. That's why I was just waiting to see what would happen. And instead, we get a inverse fair value gap, pretty much right out of this right here. So I enter on this candle right here. Initially, I had my take profit set all the way up here. I entered 3 contracts. This was a lot of risk. I would not have blown my funded account, but I would have lost maybe $400, $500 today. I would have lost a considerable amount of the money that I've gained, which is super risky. I felt really confident in risking this much. Oil inventories came out at 8:30, so right before this. It was very bearish. Obviously, the war is adding to that. However, like I had mentioned earlier, with this trade, trading at all-time highs is really weird. Price typically still wants to put in a new high, and that's what we saw today. And I really could have capitalized on that. Essentially, what happened was I had 3 contracts. We came up, took out this liquidity point right here, and I just called it a day. I just exited my full position. There's a lot of stuff that went on today just with me emotionally and mentally, and I felt like it was appropriate for me just to walk away. I don't really necessarily feel like that's the worst decision. I really wish, though, like what I have been doing is I've been buying when I buy multiple contracts, I'll buy them separately so I could change different take profit points, right? Like on this trade right here, I had multiple contracts. I didn't use them. I just set them all to this low. But I could have, let's say, if I wanted to, if I would have felt confident enough, I could have extended it all the way down here. Okay, whatever, right? For this trade, I had 3, but I bought them all together, so I had to exit all 3 of them at once or not at all. So I just exited all 3 of them. If I would have, let's say, bought 2 and 1, probably would have exited 2 of them here, would have continued at least to this data high, and we would have got to the data high, which is pretty cool. I also could have fully extended this to the all-time high, which we went to. The market is just super weird right now. And I need to learn how to capitalize better on it because I quite honestly haven't been. So that's on me. But overall, I'm not totally discouraged by what I've been doing. Yesterday was really frustrating. I could have had a really good trade. Today was really frustrating too. I thought that this trade was, all things considered, pretty decent, although I understand why I didn't fully reach my take profit level, and I understand how to maybe better prepare for that in the future. But this trade was just flat out super risky, not dumb necessarily. I felt like I had good reason to think that price was going to continue, but really dumb considering the circumstances of my account. So I'm honestly lucky to walk away today with a win, or with money, because I shouldn't have. But with that being said, I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. I have a final, have my last one, in the morning. So we'll trade Friday. So just looking forward to Friday. We don't really have any news whatsoever. So price may be kind of chill. Price action might be kind of laid back. So we'll see. I'm still gonna attempt to trade, but I think overall there's so much stuff I should be doing better. I know this price action can be it's super easy for me to blame how I'm performing based off of price action, but honestly, it's me. I gotta lock in. I gotta do stuff better. So that being said, you guys are loved. You guys are seen. Go check out the Instagram at RealChinTrades, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
He who is back again, never quick to fail. Double back, won't miss a meal. Sharp as steel, don't hurt everything there is to say about me. I ain't tripping, don't let lucky here, he don't play about me. Loyalty is not for sale. Wishing those who wish me well a great bill of health. They don't teach the broke kids how to maintain the